We are going root veggies today. Let's make a sabzi with turnip, carrots and potatoes. For today's special, we are going to use 2 turnips. They are fairly medium to large, 3 small potatoes and 2 to 3 carrots. Peel and dice all the vegetables and keep the potatoes in some cold water so that they don't turn brown. Take a pan, put about 2 tablespoons of oil in it and heat it. Once the oil is hot, put 1 teaspoon cumin seeds in it, 3 to 4 pieces of dried red chili. I promise I'm going to put some in right now. There we go. Fry this and then add 1 tablespoon of garlic paste to this and cook the garlic till the raw smell of garlic is gone. I'm still frying it. The next thing we are going to add to this is some chopped onion. I had chopped a medium onion and kept it ready. It's about a cup worth of onion. So we're going to add the onion and fry the onion as well till the onion turns a little bit golden brown. Keep frying these onions. As you fry them, add a little bit of salt in it, and I even added a pinch of sugar so that it helps caramelize the onions. Fry this. Keep going till it turns golden brown. The onions smell delicious at this point. Next, add 1 tablespoon of chopped ginger. Mix and fry the chopped ginger as well. The next things that we're going to add to this is our dry spices. So 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of cumin powder. I was going to make my kids eat this as well, so I didn't add too much heat. I added about a 1/4 teaspoon of red chili powder. You can go more if you would like. This recipe could definitely use a little bit more heat. It would taste better. Mix this and fry this on a low flame till all the spices release their flavor. Now we're going to start adding in our vegetables. The potatoes take the longest to cook, so we'll start with the potatoes first. Add in the potatoes and mix it. Keep mixing the potatoes. When the potatoes have cooked a little bit, the next thing we will add to this is our turnips. Mix in the turnips, add some salt and a little bit of water to help the turnip and the potatoes cook. And the last thing to add is the carrots. Cover this and let it simmer on a low flame. After about 10 minutes of simmering this, I checked to see how things were cooking. Everything looked good and smelled great. I cooked this till all the veggies had cooked and most of the water had evaporated. Now you can just leave this sabzi the way it is, but my kids actually enjoy green peas, so I added a cup worth of green peas to this. You could keep it authentic and leave it only root veggies. It would taste just as good. Once you add the green peas though, make sure you don't cover it again, because if you do, it kind of discolors the green in the peas. Check seasonings and also check if everything has cooked. Once it's all ready, add about a teaspoon worth of ghee to this. It takes your sabzi to a whole new level. You could also skip the ghee step and keep the recipe vegan if you would like. Here we go. Our dish is ready. All the water has evaporated. And what I did to finish was sprinkle some chopped cilantro and about 1 tablespoon of chopped ginger. This dish turned out to be delicious. We enjoyed it with some hot parathas and some yellow dal tadka. Sabzi enjoyed by all of us. Cooking by Shorna, video by Shorna. Thank you for watching.
I love turnips and red popsicles.
So today's chef tip has everything to do with salt. As you can see, I salt my recipes at every stage. Add a little bit of salt, not too much, because you'll end up over salting your dish. As you add salt at every step, it enhances the flavor of each and every ingredient as you cook. Thank you for watching.